Hi, my name is Ganesh and I'm the chairman of the Woodlands Botanical Garden. So, what started initially as a one-man show quickly grew and became a community effort. So many ethnicities, so many age groups, so many people from different backgrounds came together: Malay, Chinese, Indians, and even foreigners. And even students to our silver generation. Everyone played a part in building this garden. And at the initial state, we started as a bare piece of land, and now it's a flourishing garden, and that is thankful to all these groups. So what the silver generation helped me with was through their experience. They helped me build water pipes, they helped me build the aviary, and even gave me planting advice. Then the students came in and they helped me expand the garden further. And many people, my age group, teachers, professionals from different fields, they all came and they wanted to do something for the community. So what many people think, or have a misconception, is that gardens are more for gardeners, but actually they are wonderful communal space where everyone can come together. And what we have done is, besides gardening, we have had art sessions, we had jamming sessions. We have had full concerts at our space that are run by different ethnicities. To remind especially the younger generation of where we came from, and to make them thankful for what we have today. So it's a wonderful effort by everyone, and I do hope that this can be propagated into more areas of Singapore. So we also would like to thank the government for always being so supportive of us and giving us that space and that that trust to do what we are doing, and also supporting us in whatever measures we could, whether providing the venue, letting us use the venue for free, or providing logistics where they can and permissions where they can. So it's not just a citizen effort alone, it's a government-citizen partnership, and I think that's the beauty of the whole space of Woodlands Botanical Garden, or WBG as we call it. So we do hope that more people join us and we have more activities for everyone, whether it's nature related or community related, mental health related, sports related. A garden is a space really for everyone, and what more do we could we want from a garden city, right? So I do hope that all of this can culminate into a wonderfully integral society that is inclusive of everyone. So I do hope that these kind of efforts could be propagated further into our other green spaces and help bring the community closer and closer together so that we can all be happy together. Thank you.
I'm Serene, a fourth generation Singaporean. My ancestors come from Fujian to seek a better life in Singapore. So at one point in time, we were all foreigners in a new land. So I had the privilege to meet a Shaolin instructor, Guo Zhifeng, who introduced me to Shaolin Wushu. My children subsequently learned Wushu from him for a number of years, and during the pandemic, we served the seniors at Lions Befrienders Senior Activity Center. Last year, during the Shaolin Cultural Festival, he brought a troupe of Shaolin monks to Singapore, and we performed at Lions Home for the Elders, Bedok, and they mingled with the seniors there. And this July again, we will be going to Lions Befrienders Pandemia to share Wushu with the seniors at the who live around the Active Aging Center, and also we will be serving steamboat to seniors at Lions Home for the Elders at Bishan. Through all these experiences, mingling with Chinese communities in Singapore, I got to enrich my experiences and learn to see things also from a different perspective.
Hi, my name is Varsha and I pursued my Bachelor of Arts in Mass Communication in Singapore and lived there for about 4 years. So for me, Singapore is like a buffet of so many international yet local experiences. Like, I can go to the closest coffee shop to have Hainanese chicken rice or carrot cake, and I can even go to Marché for French food or Korean steakhouse. Like, you can even go to Esplanade, which is like the venue for the latest international play troupe or band in town. I can get down to the Malay, Chinese, and Indian roots of the place by visiting the National Museum of Singapore or visit the colonial and global relics at the Victoria Albert Museum. So, what I learned is like the middle name for Singapore, which also kind of became very invaluable parts of my personality, is both efficiency and consideration. What I mean by this is like I could study or work till late at 24-hour stops and get home without worry by MRT or buses. If nothing else, I could crash at a friend's place, and there were so many options to stay at backpacker hotels and meet amazing people. In fact, I think some of the closest friends that I have in my life while living in Singapore are still the people that warm my heart after decades of like knowing them. And I think some of the warmest people that I've also met in public are like the local nonyas who help you out when you're lost, and really getting to understand like the grassroots of the country. And it just makes you think that, is this really like the perfect place to live? Because you have the best of all worlds. What I'm also truly in awe of is how the architecture of Singapore bears witness to its lightning fast progress. Yet it somehow managed to humbly preserve the green spaces and the values and the rich heritage. It's almost like bliss. And as a globetrotter myself, I found Singapore to be one of the most beautifully planned places to ever live. Like, despite it being competitive and, you have to go through the hustle to actually make it, it's actually still definitely a place anyone would want to finally park their wings.
I came to Singapore in 2019 to study and later to work. It's been 5 years now. I first got involved in charity work when I took some friends to volunteer at a community center. We helped with cooking, cleaning, and delivering food to families in need. It was a very fulfilling experience. After that, I joined a food bank in Singapore, and I've been involved in various activities such as organizing events for the elderly and participating in art exhibitions. I've learned a lot from my friends and the people I've met through these experiences. It has been a great opportunity for personal growth.
Parent of a child in a Singaporean school has been an eye-opening experience. While the academic rigor is well known, I've been impressed by the support system in place. Teachers are incredibly helpful, offering a variety of resources to assist students through challenging moments. This fosters a sense of hope and perseverance in learning. The school's approach is commendable. They go the extra mile to ensure each child's success. I saw this firsthand with a friend's child who, due to cultural differences, initially struggled. Yet the school, along with the parents, never gave up, finding ways to help the child flourish. This is a testament to how a strong support system, coupled with a child's own determination, can lead to academic success. Overall, I'm very positive about my experience with the Singaporean school system.
Her name is Mas, and she's a Singaporean Malay. We got to know each other in university, and we've stayed in touch over the last 20 over years and going on trips together. She's Muslim, I'm Christian, and yet we are able to kind of get along really well. So she's really my best friend, and we go on trips together. Recently, she went on a mini pilgrimage to Mecca, and in her preparation, actually, I went with her shopping for some of the items that she need in terms of like her clothes needs to be kind of a special kind for prayers. So we actually went to Johor Bahru together to do some of this shopping. So to me, it's part of living in Singapore. We are all Singaporeans, we are all the same, and we can enjoy each other's culture, we share each other's food. She loves mooncakes, I love spicy food, so we do that together. Yeah, so that's my story.
My name is Lina. I have been working as a domestic worker for 9.5 years. Allow me to share my story of working in Singapore. When I first arrived in Singapore, I was struck by the clean air, the orderly city, the streets adherence to the law. The city was filled with various people: Malay, Indian, Indonesia, Chinese, and Caucasian, all living together. On my off day, I searched for a church to worship in. When I mentioned that I am Batak to my employer, they helped me to find a church online with a Batak congregation. There, I met a Bible study teacher named Mrs. Rina Kusanda, and I joined her to learn more about Bible. She then introduced me to her Batak friend named Mrs. Raulina Sagala, who invited me to perform at the event called Amazing Indonesia 2023 at the Indonesian Embassy in Singapore. This led me to connect with other migrant workers from Batak and eventually inspired me to establish a Batak community organization in Singapore called Punguan PMI Boro Batak Singapura. Our vision to become a family of migrants to strengthen the bonds of sisterhood among us. I am grateful for the opportunity to share with my story. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Maria Scholastica, a domestic worker for over 7 years. I will share my experiences and activities with you. Initially, I had only 1 day off per month. Now, I have a day off every week. I spend my free time attending courses, volunteering, and going to church for Sunday Mass. I dealt with immense stress before, which affected my health. Even though I was active in volunteering, taking courses, and meeting many people, I didn't have a trusted friend to confide in. I kept my problems to myself, and the internal pressure was overwhelming. Eventually, I fell ill frequently. I decided to stop all external activities and focus on my health. I attended stress management workshops multiple times, but none eased my stress and mental pressure. I was on the verge of giving up seeking help for my stress and mental pressure. However, I decided to give myself one more chance and join another workshop. This time it was very helpful. My stress, mental pressure, and health improved significantly. From the workshop, I was offered a volunteering opportunity. Once my health improved sufficiently, I accepted the offer and resumed volunteering. I volunteered in pastoral and formation departments, helped with fundraising, promoted courses, and services provided by our group to assist migrant friends. Volunteering brought me extraordinary happiness, helping me and others around me in various ways. I love and enjoy volunteering. Seeing others smile brings me joy. Knowing someone has high spirit for positive change and engaging in beneficial activities is happiness for me. Listening to heartfelt stories and life journeys is a beautiful gift for me. I always want to see others smile happily. Additionally, I engage in church activities for my spiritual life, such as being a rector and Legion of Mary's member, visiting patients in hospital, comforting anyone we feel needs company, praying together, and praying for others. That concludes my story of experiences and activities. Thank you for this opportunity to share my experiences and activities outside of work. This allows me to invite more friends to engage in good and meaningful activities for yourself and those around you. And if anyone needs confidence, I'm here. Take care of yourself. I love you and may God bless you.
Hi, I'm Linda Sasi from Indonesia, specifically from Nusa Tenggara Timur, Kupang. I first come to Singapore in 2016. At that time, I had no experience and didn't know any English. But I took a leap for faith for the future of my family. I worked for my first employer for a year and a half. But due to my poor English, I was to send back to the agency. I then meet my second employer, an elderly couple, and work for them for a year and 8 months before being sent back to the agency again. However, I pray and hope to not be sent back to Indonesia, as I want to continue working in Singapore to support my family. Eventually, I find my current employer who has been very kind and caring towards me. They trusted me to take care of their elderly parent, and I'm grateful for their support. I want to encourage everyone who is working hard for their family to stay strong and have faith, as God is faithful and will always take care of our future. Thank you and God.
I'm Rosa Kua, original from NTT. I work in Singapore. I want to share my work experience in Singapore as domestic worker. My first contract was with a Chinese family for 4 years. After that, I returned to Indonesia for 9 months. Before coming back to Singapore in 2000, I found a new employer who has 2 kids. My daily tasks included taking care of the 3 grandparents, grandfather, grandmother, and great-grandmother, and the great-grandmother. Later 2 years into my job, a third grandson was born. I took care of the child from 1 day old. I started caring for the baby from the day one he was born. The family entrusted me with the responsibility of taking care of the elderly and the children, fetch them to school, cooking, cleaning, even take them to doctor when they were sick. I have been working with this family for 28 years now. They treat me like a family to me. Over the year, I have witnessed the passing of the great-grandmother, grandfather, and grandmother, as well as the marriage of 2 daughters and the birth of the first granddaughter. I have to close bond with the family, and they treat me as a part of family, not just like a helper. They have been kind and loving towards me, and now I have more freedom in my work, as the responsibilities have decreased, and now I have more time to serve my employer family and also serve at church when I provide support and lend a listener ear to friends in need. Thank you for listening to my story.